dear players, please take your seat. We'll start in 1 minute.
Thank you.
Magnus, today you started the game with g4 and everyone played d4 or e4. What was your thought behind opening the game with that, and how did it impact the overall terrain?
I was very unsure of what to do on move 1, and none of the traditional options looked too appealing, but I thought it made some sense to gain space and put the knight behind the pawn. So I thought, you know, it can't be that bad. Like, I'm playing white, what's the worst that can happen? And that can happen. I also saw that Nodirbek was discussing the game, the opening with Fabi and others before the game, so I thought, let's at least give him something he hasn't thought about.
And also, if you would have taken on d4, were you planning to give another pawn with c3 or just play f3?
Yeah, I was planning to play f4 and then play c3 later, but I think he was a bit overeager. So I think g4 was fine, but the pawn sack probably wasn't that good.
And did you feel like your position was getting better out of the opening?
I think it was really messy to... it was very hard for me to evaluate. I think my position definitely had a lot of strategic potential, but I mean, I thought I might be better. I thought it might be worse. It might be equal. It was very hard to say, and I never felt comfortable at any point, except for at the very end.
And when he allowed AB6, did you feel like you had it under control?
I was a bit surprised at first that he allowed AB6. Then I was worried that I might be worse, but then I realized that his bishop is just stuck on g5 and that he's lost. So it was a bit random. Yeah, I think, you know, it was just a bit overeager for him to go for that.
And the finish was nice, right? Like with the knights coming c5, d7, rook on h1, just stopping everything. Bishops can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually shocking how helpless his pieces are at that point. So it's a nice picture to finish with. Thank you.
I will leave it in